Hey, John here with another installment of That's Not What That Means. Heard this verse my whole life. A man's gift maketh room for him and bringeth him before great men. As a young preacher, I heard it a lot. I've heard it told to a lot of young preachers. And what we use it to say is that if you're gifted, called, and anointed, then you won't have to call anybody and ask for a place to preach. Your gift, anointing, and calling to preach will make room for itself. The problem is that's not what that means. This verse is dealing with bringing a valuable gift or a gift of money to some place that you may not otherwise be able to get into. And so bringing a gift will allow you to sit at tables and be in rooms that you would not ordinarily get to be in without that gift or bribe of sorts. And so what this verse is really talking about is bribery. Now, this does often happen in Pentecostal circles and in ministry circles, but it isn't talking about a man's gift and anointing to preach will open doors for him. The other thing about this that I find to be almost hilarious is that the same ones that will tell you just pray and seek God and your gift will make room for you will oftentimes, once your gift does, according to their interpretation, start making room for you, then they will start telling you, no, you can't preach in that room that your gift just made for you. You can't preach for him. You can't preach for them. You can't preach in that group or that fellowship. Now, all of a sudden, they want to control what rooms you preach in, even though your gift made room for you there. So you can't, if you're going to use it in that way, you can't have it both ways. If you tell a young man that his gift is going to make room for him, then let his gift make room for him. But ultimately, that's not what that means. That's not what that verse is talking about. All right, another installment of That's Not What That Means.